All right. So anyway, the third bracket of my timeline is my short-term assets and cash reserve. My short-term assets are managed every single year from now until the end of my time. So it doesn't matter when I retire early. I'm always going to have a short-term cash reserve to pay for large expenses or purchase large assets. And I have high yield savings accounts for large annual expenses, emergency expenses, entertainment, travel, and other discretionary items. And I'm making sure that I have the cash flow from my regular income to pay for the expenses that I need. And I'm always going to have 10 to 15% of my net worth in cash reserve. Okay. So, and cash can be really powerful when assets are selling at a discount, like we're seeing right now. And I personally believe real estate is going to be selling at a discount starting at the end of this year or beginning of 2024. And a lot of people worry about how cash could lose to inflation and purchasing power, but it can be very powerful, useful and powerful when there are real estate assets and stocks that I want to purchase in the long term. And if I'm going to buy real estate assets, I would probably have cash parked in bonds so I can make money from the yield, right? The rule of thumb to save or invest cash is if I'm looking to buy a property within the next 3 years, I'm parking my money in either CDs or CD ladders you probably heard of, or high yield savings accounts if I'm buying a property in less than 3 years. And if I'm not looking to buy a property for more than 3 years, then I'm investing that money in an index fund to have the potential to grow bigger. Then I don't invest if it's something that I'm going to purchase within the next 3 years because that's more risky, right? The risk of a bear market and the recovery and all that. But before I get into any of that, I'm always going to have 6 months of expenses. This is between now until I reach fire, okay? That's always going to be in my emergency fund. So if I'm close to my early retirement age, when I hit 45, this is when I'm going to save at least 24 to 36 months of expenses from here, fire, until I hit 59 and a half. You're like, holy cow, 24 months and 36 months. Why so much? And I'm going to explain that a little bit, but it's going to be the main topic for the private group coaching session that's going to happen immediately after this. So I'm going to have at least 24 months of expenses in my high yield savings account or CDs. And throughout my early retirement, I'm going to have anywhere between, again, 24 and 36 months of expenses set aside during my early retirement. If we go through another bear market, I want to make sure I have cash on the sideline to buy stocks, ETFs, mutual funds at a discount. When the stock market crashed in March and April of 2020, I was really glad that I had cash on the sideline because almost every stock was trading at a discount, right? And when we went through a bear market year in 2022, I was glad that I had cash on the sideline to buy tech stocks at a discount. And because cash is king and effective when I use it to buy appreciating assets. Cash is trash and ineffective if I just let it sit there and not have any purpose assigned to it. The only exception is the emergency fund, but I don't plan to exceed 6 months of expenses unless I'm close to my retirement age. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of having all of their money invested and not having any cash on the sideline. And I've seen many clients who are so heavy on retirement investments, but they don't have any cash or taxable investments. And we call that cash poor, right? And some people's net worth statements show how much they have in equity of their homes, but they don't have enough retirement savings. You need to have a balance throughout your retirement timeline. You need to have these, not just, cash. Obviously you don't want to have all of your savings in cash, but you also don't want to have everything in retirement and you have nothing saved in cash. You don't want to have a net worth of $500,000, but $450,000 of that is the equity of your home. So you need to look at your net worth statement after this live stream, and you can download all of that by going to firesidechat.com/contact to just get your free resources. And I'm going to get into the fire checklist in a moment here while I pull this up.